The milking herd here consists of about 540 milking through 10 Lely A5 robots at the moment, which is a number that we're quite happy with. Works well with the robots and the management and the amount of space we have and staff. The farm lies between 750 and 1,000 feet above sea level in the hills of Peeblesshire. We're farming about 950 acres on this site, and then another 650 on another farm which is 50 miles away, which we grow our young stock and our arable crops to feed the main herd, and also sell some surplus cereals as well and oilseed rape. Our average milk production is just sitting over 40 litres a day, averaging 3.3 visits a day and two refusals per day as well. So when we were in the planning decisions of building our new setup here, we looked at a few different options of bedding, and our number one priority was it was going to be deep bedding. And it was after a few discussions one way or another. We thought it was going to be sand to start with, but then we started to realise that we're quite close to a village, putting a lagoon and health and safety reasons of that, and next to a village wasn't going to be that practical. We thought about putting the sand, letting the sand fall through the slats and digging it out with a telehandler. There's also other health and safety issues there as well, and it became more apparent to us that the green bedding system was going to be our preferred option. So really from the day we started planning to build this new setup here, a lot of it was planned round about the green bedding system and how we could increase the dry matter in the bedding and how we were going to keep it clean and how we were going to make it work. So even just the small things like making sure that the eaves were high enough to be able to get the bedding machine above the robot, because Lely needed a certain size of or height of robot room. So we needed to add that distance onto the height of the bedding machine. You'll see here the bedding drops into the trolley that runs along these beams on the ceiling. So that was why we had to make sure that height difference was good. The trolley from JH Agro that we have here for bedding, distributing the bedding round about the building, was very appealing to us because it was giving us another opportunity to introduce more air and fluffing the bedding up as it comes out the machine. So you'll see that the bedding drops down into the trolley, so there's a bit of air going into it there. The bedding is only fresh bedding, so it only takes about 15-20 minutes for it to fill the trolley up, and then it goes out, and one trolley full gets to the end of the shed, does one row of cubicles, and it's a 6-row barn, and it'll go up each row about 3 or 4 times a day, putting a small dusting on. We have it set up so that this small dusting is placed near the front of the cubicle bed where the cow's shoulder would be, so it doesn't make any difference if the cow's lying in the cubicle or not. But if the cow is lying in the cubicle, it lands on her back or on her shoulder, and it's getting another chance to dry. So when she gets up, it just all falls down, and the bedding's dropped at the front of the cubicle. So we are raking that back. By the time we are raking that back to where the cow's udder is, which is where it needs to be dry, it's had a few opportunities to dry out from when it leaves the separator. The automatic curtains are making the use of the free air that we get. So if it's a damp, muggy day, the curtains are up. If the weather changes, within 5 minutes these curtains are open and helping ventilate the shed and help getting a bit of air about the bedding to dry it out. We find we run the discoveries, they're going about every hour through the shed between charging times, keeping the slats clean. The green bedding is exceptionally good at keeping for the cow comfort and for keeping the cows clean. We don't have any abrasions on hocks or anything like that, and the cows keep nice and clean, and there's almost a shine to their coat as well, which is always appealing to us as well.